Hi everyone, it's Nathara, and today I'm going to be going over the new lightchase Fable Fabric. I'm really excited about this one. I like the spider and ant theme. The spider theme I have seen in dress up games before, but for them to do an ant one as well, that's like really cool and untraditional, and I just like it a lot. However, they both have really big butts to them. Like the spider dress, you can't see it now, but like in the little video preview video that they do, you can see how big the backside of it is. And of course the ant dress comes with this giant bubble cage on your butt, obviously, because both of those bugs have really big butts. But I do like that on the ant one you can take it off. However, the spider one, I do believe this dress is going to be a little harder to use than the ant one, only because of how big the butt part is. I don't know, we'll see. I am excited for it though. I love this hair and these little cap sleeves, so those are really adorable. And let's see, we have the bow, and I think it has a little spider on it. That's so cute. And I am obsessed with these knitting, or I think they're knitting crocheting needles, where she's making the spider web. I think that's an adorable way to portray the web being made. These gloves are cute. I really hope that they dye well. I'm a little worried about the pearls. Let's see, the necklace is just like a little lace necklace. I do like this face piece. We'll have to see how it pairs with some of the hairs. And of course, this is awesome, and I'm so happy it's a separate piece. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use this on a whole bunch of outfits. These, I think these are thigh-high ribbon socks, which is super cute. We get some little flats. I'm not too excited about those. I kind of wish they were heels or something to mimic like spider fangs a little bit more. Flats just don't make too much sense to me. I do see that they try to incorporate the spider legs and everything, but the ballet flats just don't make sense. Do have our ant one, the hair. It definitely gives me like Greek vibes. You know how they used to pull their hair up and pile it on top of their head like that, so that's cute. The dress is stunning, absolutely phenomenal. I love the way the sleeves come up and make that like cape part right there, and then all the long layers of fabric. It's gorgeous. And of course the big ant piece for the back side is cute. I do hope that it bounds better to the back of dresses than the 6-star bow that we just got with the Chrono Sanctum dress. I love this full face piece. It's glorious. It's awesome. Let's see, the spear. Yeah, the spear's super cool. I love getting more weapons. This little hair piece, it might be bigger depending if it's attached to the hair or not. I'm hoping it is, because otherwise it's a little lackluster with it being on the back of the head. You probably won't ever see it. The gloves, awesome. Those look super cool. This, I am terribly worried about how it's going to look. I think these are the socks, yeah. Or maybe they're anklets that go over the shoes. I love that we're getting another pair of armored shoes. These won't have, it doesn't look like they're gonna have the super metallic finish like the ones from the Sanctum. Is it Sanctum? No, the holy one, you know. Oh my gosh, the one with the unicorn. My goodness, my brain was floundering right there. Anyway, I am super excited for both sets, and there are pieces that I am worried about in both sets. The 4-star dress I am not a fan of, simply because of the pattern on it. I just don't like that pattern. I'm hoping that we can dye it away, because I do like that it's a shirt with like an opened button shirt and a skirt, and I like the layered belts on it. But again, I just really hope that we can get that pattern to go away. The bow, I don't like this bow. We have other bows that I kind of prefer. I think it's like a double bow almost. Yeah, again, maybe it'll be better if the pattern can be dyed away. I'm not too big for that pattern personally. The earrings, modeled manifesto. Yeah, I don't know, they're kind of small by the ear, so I don't know if they're going to be visible with most of the hairs that I typically choose to use. I like the double ring though, that's nice. We get a one-sided sock. That's cute, I like that. And some more chunky boots, always love those. For our 6-star pieces, I'm really excited about these shoes specifically. I think these are awesome, and they're going to be a great addition to all of the Japanese stuff because they don't really give us too many Japanese tagged items, so I'm really happy to have these. These earrings, they're huge and I don't like them. I already know that I'll probably never ever use them. And what is this? A watchman? She stole half a bag. Is this a purse with a phone in it? I can't tell. It's just a little handheld. I don't think dreamwalk traces. I think it's supposed to be like a Walkman or something. I don't know. I'll have to look at it whenever I get it. And for our loose 5-star items, we get this little hair barrette, a bracelet. I'm excited for this little face accessory. And we get some little anklets. Those are cute. And for this piece section down here, we get these adorable socks. I'm really happy that these are going to be here for a few light chases because I think everyone should try and get these. They're cute. And for our makeup, oh my gosh. Okay, so we get this pair of kind of faded red contacts, a new lipstick. I think that's gonna work like on a lot of dolls. It looks really good. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with these. Those are so cool. It's gonna go great with the spider. And this blush, actually, this blush looks really similar. Oh, never mind. That is a spoiler blush. Okay, I will keep that to myself. These contacts, I love these. I'm hoping they're very dark and the display picture isn't doing them justice right now. And of course we get this flame burn. If you want to cosplay Zuko, that'd be great, or at least, you know, kind of get close to Zuko cosplay. And for our ally, we do get a mermaid version of Shawn, which I'm excited about. I hope eventually all of the boys get a very sea-themed one. I think the only one who doesn't have one now is Gerald. And maybe Larry. I know Larry is in the ocean in a couple of them, but I don't think he's a mermaid, or at least a scaled creature. So I'm hoping all the boys get one eventually because that's my thing. I really like it. And for our decom, we get this adorable fluffy hair with the little heart thing on top. I can't remember what they call this little piece when it sticks up like that, but this is adorable. It very clearly has 2 dye slots. Yeah, super cute. Definitely gonna go for that. And also this 4-star dress, though it does remind me, the way these sleeves are, it reminds me of one of the 5-star dresses that we got once before. But this is really cute. And I can't tell right off the bat how many dye slots it has. Maybe 3, 4. White, black, blue, I think. Let's look at this one. That looks like 2 shades of white and a gold. And then a blue and a yellow and a light blue. Yeah, maybe 3 dye slots, but we could be surprised. And of course you get this little handheld where you're serving some tea. Looks like it's only gonna have 3 dye slots. Oh, actually maybe. Yeah, you're gonna have the steam, the cups, the flowers, and the tray, it looks like, because here the steam on the cup is gold, but nothing else is gold. So 4 dye slots maybe? Unless the flower on it is like an overlay color. I don't think so though. It's an alright piece. I can definitely see its uses for people who use handhelds a lot. It would definitely add that extra flair to your outfits. I probably won't get it though, just because I don't use handhelds that much, and if I do, I probably wouldn't use this one. We already have a few other like tray-like items. Like I think we have a dumpling box, and if I really wanted to like showcase food or something, I would use that one. I don't know, it's cute though, right? Wind veins, 7, and then okay, for our items, we do have the dynamic pose roaming charm. They really like to use this outfit whenever they do the dancerly type of poses. I don't see anything that stands out more than anything else we've ever gotten, so that's gonna be a pass from me. Silence moment, our full body pose. This is super cute. I don't know why her finger is crinkled up down there though. That's a little odd. But I mean, I guess they had to do something with her hand. But I actually do really like this one, and If I have the opportunity to get it, I probably will. They used like the entire Morgana set for this one. Yeah, she's cute. And then of course you get an avatar frame if you'd like, Rhyme Crane. Let me see if I can show you this a bit bigger because it actually is a pretty cool one. Okay, so yeah, it is a bit bigger right here. It's just like, I think a spear and wings with curling metalwork and I think clouds and mist. I don't know, it's actually one of the cooler ones. Crane feathers for bows, starlight for arrows. Yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't know. I still have yet to find a frame that I could justify over any of the clothing items. I'm actually just waiting until I hit one of the rebate levels with one of the frames that I like. I don't know, I'm just not a frame person, or I can never find a frame that, like, I like this one, but I mean, it's so far into the rebate level section that I can't even see where it's at, so I'm probably never gonna get that one, but I do have my eyes on that one specifically. Also, you can change your background to an ally card now if you've read the story. Isn't that cool? Not only that, you can also change your chat background to be an ally card. So that's even awesomer, though it's really hard to see the chat. I don't know, maybe because I'm dyslexic and having all of the movement of the chat background and then having all the different chat bubbles, it kind of makes it just hard for me to read personally. I wish there was a touch of a blur option to put on the background. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and start our pulls. So this is our first 10 pull, and we got our 4-star shoes, our 4-star earrings. Oh, we got a piece of our makeup. That's really cool. That was really quick too. Oh, we got our anklets from the ant set. Not bad, not bad. Not locked into any set yet. Pull 20. And we got our collar from the spider set. We got another makeup piece. Nice. We got our 4-star ring. We got our loose 6-star earrings. Okay. Pull 30. And we got those loose socks. And we got our 4-star dress. Oh, hello, Shawn. And there's our 4-star bow. Pull 40. There is our 4-star sock, so that is our 4-star complete in 40 pulls. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that pattern. Or that print, I mean. And there's our loose 5-star hairpiece, and we got our little handheld. That's so cute. We got another makeup piece, my goodness. Pull 50. Oh, we are locked into the spider set. Awesome. There's our spider shoes. Super cute. That's exciting. We already got a dupe of those 6-star earrings. My goodness. They really could have not done that and given me something new. Pull 60. There's our spider hair. She's so cute. And our spider face piece. Not too bad. Pull 70. Our spider gloves. Our loose bracelets, our spider legs. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And there's our dupe of Shawn, so we can evolve him now. Pull 80. And there is our loose 5-star butterflies. There's our spider socks. And our spider sleeves. And our spider hairpiece. So that is our spider suit complete. In, what was that, 80 pulls? Very on average. Oh, the spider webs are like fluffy. Did you see that? Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. Pull 90. Okay, cool. I kind of feel like that was stingy. We did get a 3rd of Shawn, but we didn't get any new clothing items. Pull 100. And there is our awesome little spider brows. And there's our ant spear. Pull 110. There's our ant gloves and our ant hairpiece. Pull 120. There's our blush. It's probably going to be atrocious on toned dolls. And there's our loose 6-star shoes. Super cute. And we've got our ant butts. And our, I think these were loose anklets. Oh, and we also got a SSR of Gerald. Pull 130. There's our ant dress. Yay! Okay, that's all we got. Oh, we got another dupe of Shawn. He's really just popping out the framework, isn't he? Pull 140. There's our other loose 6-star, and there's our ant hair. And our ant shoes. Not bad. Pull 150. There is our contacts, so that is our makeup complete in 150 pulls. And there is the floating item, whatever that's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be like a warlord, you know, and this is going to be like battle debris. And pull 160. And there's our ant face piece, so that is our ant suit complete in 160 pulls. Again, that was 80 pulls to get the set, so very, very on average. Actually, no, this one was 90 because the first 10 pull I got an ant piece. So that means the spider set was in 70. And we got another dupe of Shawn, very nice. So in that 160 pulls, I was able to complete the entire light chase. And with that, I was able to get 471 decom currency. So I'm going to go ahead and snag this hair really quick. Because I can't help myself. And I'm going to go spend the rest of my coupons really quick and see what else I can snag. Alright, so I was able to get the dress and I was able to get the veins for both the dress and the hair, and now I'm at a crossroads because I can't decide between the pose and then the handheld, this one, because I can also get the vein for this, I believe, afterwards, because it's 180 and that's 45. So I could get either or. I just can't decide which one I should get. If you have any ideas, let me know. Alright, and for our ally, let's go ahead and, well, let's look at his full card first. Just a fishy. Let's go ahead and evolve him. What do you get? Oh, what an odd bag. But let's go ahead. So you get this purse, it's a 4-star purse. And then you get the evolved version. Look at that arch, oh my gosh. Oh, his little tail sticking up, cute. This probably isn't gonna have a big pig, it does not, but it's they definitely kept him looking more younger than the other three, I believe. His face still has a very, the big eyes make him look more youthful. I really like his earrings though, those are really nice. And let me go ahead and upgrade him, his skills and everything. Not that he'll ever be used for anything because I've got SRs, but actually if I ever want to unlock his card art, I will need to upgrade his intimacy. But I don't think I will. I'm actually not a Shawn fan. I think I've said that before. But yeah, I've never been one for the like childhood friend. I think that's what he is, right? Or wasn't he your babysitter at some point? I can't remember. It's been so long since I read the story from like whenever he was first introduced. And here's that handbag. It does have 4 die slots. And it is fully dyeable. Your first dye slot is going to be the outer edge and then like the little pieces inside. Your second is going to be the chunk of triangle right there. Your third is going to be the opposite chunk. And your fourth is going to be the bottom chunks. Again, not a bad bag, but I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of, it'll have its place, I'm sure. If you like triangles. It's nice. All right, and here is our Cryptic Tangle set. Again, she does have that really massive butt, which was what I was kind of worried about. But it works with the legs somewhat. I don't know. I think it's gonna have to grow on me. I wonder what it would look like if... Okay, hold on. Is the spider legs in the tail category? They are not. Awesome. So you can't put this big bow on here. Wow, it's the back of the dress is so big that even the bow that sits so far away from your doll is inside of it. Okay. I mean, I think it kind of helps alleviate the bigness of the bow, but, or maybe I'm just like hoping it does. So I did try and starlight it into being the same color as the dress, and I think it does work a bit. Like, it might be good for photos or something, you know, as long as no one looks too close at it. I don't know, I think it does work, and I think I like it a bit more. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. First things first, I do have the posture for this, so I'm gonna go ahead. Her idol in this form is pretty cute, so I'm gonna let her sit for a second until I can get... Oh, there it goes right there. So she is pretty adorable, and I do like that she knits with the web a little bit. I'm guessing you cannot dye all those pink petals that shoot out from her, but let's go ahead and doop. So here is the spider posture without the handheld. I really don't think she's gonna do any of the movements because typically, as I've learned, if it has a handheld with the posture, she's not going to do the extra thing, but sometimes there's a different idol if you don't have the postures handheld on. So I'm just going to let her sit here and see if anything happens. Alright, so I did let her sit here for a while and nothing happened. So this is what your posture would look like should you go through the spending of unlocking this outfit or unlocking the spider one altogether. And with that, I'm assuming that the ant one is going to be the exact same because it does come with this giant spear. So she probably won't do the idol if she does not have the spear in her hands. It always makes... Oh, there it goes. Always when right when the last second I give up on thinking that she's gonna do the idol, she always starts doing the idol. But yeah, again, because there's a handheld, this posture is just going to look like this. There won't be any other movement with it. And here is our spider queen in all black. There is a few pieces that have like overlay colors, like you can see I think it's supposed to be a trapped butterfly. Right here on her dress, it has those holographic wings on it. There's this bubble casing on her shoulder. It is dyeable, but you can just like see the glare. Let's see, everything in the hair is dyeable. I need to change her posture. I do actually really love the trapped butterfly in the spider webs throughout the hair. That's a very nice touch. And I like the dew that sticks to this part as well. That's super cute. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, I like that. That's really pretty. It does look like there is white glitter mixed with blue glitter on the back. Aside from that, I think everything is customizable. But let's go ahead and work our way through this thing. So for our spider legs, you do have 6 dye slots. The first is going to be the top metalwork. As you can see, the bones in the dress right there, super cool. Your second is the bows, and then the bottom, I think these are crystals. Yeah, they're crystals. Cool, I really like that. Our third is the ribbons, and they do dye a touch odd, as I think it's because they're sheer with glitter, so not glitter, they just, oh my gosh, these legs are twitching all over the place. Oh, also crystals are dying. I don't know, they just doesn't give a bright red. that you would think from this color. Number 4 is crystals and pearls. It looks like, oh, the ball joints and the spider legs. Cool. Number 5 is more pearls. And number 6 is the dust that comes from the crystal sections on the lower leg. Actually, it kind of looks like it has an ombre on the legs as well. It does. Okay, cool. At least I think it does. I can't tell if it's an ombre or an overlay, but it does cast over them, so that's really pretty. For our handheld, we do have 9 die slots, a lot more than I thought we would get with this little thing, but for the first die slot, you get the metal needles. Those are super sharp. Slot 2 is the big pearls on the end, and it looks like the highlight on the web. Slot 3 is another part of the web, and then the bows. So together, those 2 web pieces look like this. I can definitely see there's another part of the web that's going to get dyed. That's really pretty. Slot 4 is more of that web and some more of the bows. So with those 3 colors on the web, oh, that's gorgeous. You can make a really pretty color combination with this web. Oh my gosh, I think there's even a 4th slot for the web. I was right. Okay, so slot 5 is even more of that web. So yeah, super colorful web piece. I really like that. Slot 6 is your crystals on the web. Slot 7 are the eyes and the pearls. Super, super cool. Oh wait, it wasn't that one, was it? It was slot 2. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Slot 8 is the overlay on the web, so it will like tie in all of those other colors that you have dyed it. Let me see what that looks like really quick. So here is our colors. I do have blue, yellow, purple, and green on the web. And our overlay color is red right now. You can kind of see it over some of the areas, but it does add like a glow effect. You can tone that down or make it brighter. What a cool little handheld. This is way better than I thought it would be. If you pick a darker color, obviously the glow is not there, and it does just add like a kind of like a dimmer overlay to it. But if you pick a bright color, it really amps up the glow on it. Oh my gosh, so cool. And slot 9 is your particles that come off of them. And for our coat piece, we do only get 4 die slots. The first is going to be the under puff. The second is the overlayer with the spiderweb sequence. The third is the ombre on that overlayer, so together they look like this. It's not the biggest ombre, a little hard to see. And your fourth is the ruffles and the edging around the shoulders. Alright, and for our dress, we have a total of 20 die slots. A little crazy, but I'm guessing most of the die slots are going to be back here in the butt area. We'll see. So die slot number 1 is going to be your little bralette and a few of the crystals. Slot 2 is the eyeball on your shoulder. Slot 3 looks to be only this little centerpiece right here. Oh, I didn't even realize it was a dress. Wow, interesting. Slot 4 is your ruffles. Slot 5 is your corset and the makeshift dress right there. I don't know why they put this here. Anyway, I'm gonna obsess over that little detail and I need to stay away from it. Slot 6 is your detailing, like little lace touches around it, and even some of the little ruffles right here and the ribbons, and even those bows on the back side. Slot 7 is a lot of it. Looks like there's going to be an overlay on it. I don't know how to feel about this one holographic ribbon that runs through the front. That's really gonna, like, if I want this black and red, I don't want to see that yellow glint. You know what I'm saying? Slot 8 is more of the dress. Let me see. Okay, so there is an ombre. Ooh, that's pretty. Maybe it's just because I like red and blue together. And that's why I'm always like, oh, it's gorgeous. You know? Like, maybe it's not as good as I thought just because I put it with 2 colors that I like. But this still looks good. I like the sheer layer over the solid layer. Slot 9 is this sheer underlayer right here and some of the hanging ribbons. Slot 10 is this single ruffle layer and the stitching on the back. Slot 11 is the bloomers, and you get some more detailing on this dress right here. Slot 12 is the spider webs, more detailing on that mini dress, and then the stitching on the lacy part that goes over the entire backside. Slot 13 is your lace edging on the back and this one ribbon in the front. Slot 14 is going to be your kind of like pearls or stones and crystals on the front and up on the shoulder. That one actually looks like a blood drop. Maybe that's what this is supposed to be, blood drops. Slot 15 is this string of pearls and the eyelets on the corset and crystals and more pearls. Slot 16 is this trapped butterfly. Slot 17 is more crystals and pearls that go about the dress on the edge and up here on the berlin. Slot 18 is even more pearls, and you get this metal spider right here. She's adorable. And even some of the hanging pearls and the stitching on the back with the bigger spider. Oh, it's a little heart. That's cute. Slot 19 is this pattern on the front leaves. Oh, it's leaves. Oh my gosh, my brain didn't work right then. It is flowers with roses. I was wondering where the petals had come into play. There's even a bit of coloring on the dress up here. And slot 19 is all of the dust and petals that come from underneath the skirt. Pretty nice. I cannot for the life of me remember where the wings on this trap butterfly died though. Okay, I found it. I had to dye the whole thing white to find it, but it is like an overlay filter with slot 7, so you can still see it when it is all white and you can see it when it's all black, but that is our overlay slot for the like kind of crystal-y shards. It kind of reminds me of stained glass a little bit. But here's the dress in all white if you were curious. And also do note that the top of the thigh highs will get cut off if you have on a like longer dress. But for our socks, I kind of thought it was just going to be fully ribbon socks, but there is a sheer part between all of that. You do get 5 dye slots. The first is going to be that sheer part. The second is going to be the lower ribbon. The third is the top lace. The fourth is the edging that goes around. And the fifth is this top ruffly part right here. And for our ballet shoes, we do also have 6 dye slots. The first is going to be the base of the shoe itself. The second is going to be the sole of the shoe. The third is going to be the metalwork and a couple of the little crystals. The fourth is going to be the eyeballs. The fifth is going to be the metalwork around and the pearls. And the sixth is going to be the pupils and the eyeballs. For our hair, you do only get 2 dye slots. Your first is going to be the bulk of it, and then the top is going to be the tips. A very nice ombre, and I do like that the second color does wind into the little flowers right here. That's cute. Alright, and for our hair piece, it is all of this. There is no hat piece that came with this outfit. So for our first dye slot, it is going to be the webs. That is probably tied to this hairstyle, no doubt. The second is the dewdrops. The third is this little spider web up here that goes through the lace. The fourth is the bow and then the lace over here. The fifth is the spider. The sixth is some of the detailing in the lace and the butterfly and a few more of the dewdrops. The seventh is this one sole little piece right there. That little butterfly on the right side. Not horn, I think these are supposed to be like the fang details, you know? And slot 8 is the spider body. So for our face piece, we do only get 4 dye slots. The first is going to be half of it. The second is going to be the other half, and together they look like this. The third is going to be the singular butterfly part right there, and the fourth is going to be the rose. I'm surprised there's no crystals in this or dewdrops or anything. For our necklace, we do have 4 die slots. The first is going to be half of the collar. The second is going to be the ribbon. The third is going to be the crystals that hang on the back of the spider web, or not crystals, pearls. And our fourth is going to be the metalwork and more of the lace collar. For our gloves, we do get 6 die slots. The first is going to be the glove part and the lace. The second is going to be an ombre on the collar. Our third is going to be the rest of that ombre. Pretty nice. Our fourth is going to be that second layer of lace and then some of the jewels. So they kind of look like this. Is that a second layer? I don't think it is. No, it is. It's 2 layers of lace right there. Our fifth is going to be more of the pearls. And our sixth is even more of the pearls. I really do like the customability of that, and I like that none of the things are overlapped with cloth and jewel. And of course, as we suspected, the hairpiece turns just into this singular bow if you switch the hair out to a different hairstyle. And our hand postures for the knitting needle. I mean, I get why they're kind of the same, but I kind of wish there was a little more movement, like her arms went in a different direction a little bit, you know? Like, that would have been cool. And let's check. So it does look like the sleeves will, oh well, it looks like they're overlaying. Okay, so some of them it's gonna chop off sleeves, and some of them it will just overlay. Or underlay in that case. Oh. So yeah, they're cute little sleeves. I'm always down to have more sleeves to be able to change up some of the older dresses. I still don't like this fashion coat dress. I can't stand those paw prints, my goodness. Overall, a super cool set, and I'm so happy to have it. I am always more of a fan of the double 5-star suits than I am the 6-star suits. I don't know, I just feel like the 5-star ones are more creative. Maybe it's because with the double 5 stars you get 2 creative outfits that come with postures and cool idols, and the 6-star ones, only the 6-star suit gets that like good quality treatment.
Under silver light, where the cold winds creep, where the roots run deep and the trees don't sleep, they dance in the grove, in the moss and the dew, with eyes like stars and skin a pallid hue.
Alright, and here is our Wrath of Thorn ant set. She's awesome. I love all the pieces. I love the face mask, the hair. Oh, the hairpiece does have like some winding bits in it. I can't tell if that's part of the face mask or the hairpiece actually. A little weird that they have the hair go down into the collar. I wish the collar was over the hair. She's moving a whole bunch. I like this rose. I'm guessing that's part of the dress. I do like it right there. It'll look good. If you don't want to use the face mask, you actually like want to see your doll's face. Oh my gosh, girl, chill out. It'll go really nice with that facial tattoo that we got in, I can't even remember what light chase it was, but it'll look nice with that. And that's even like a back tattoo, I think. Is that part of the dress? I'll figure it out in a second. The ant part is pretty cool. Alright, so here she is dyed fully black. Oh my gosh, wait a second. I didn't realize her waist was hollow. Oh my god. Okay, so that's really super cool. It's so hard to see because of the butt bow right here that flares up. You just think it's solid. Okay, that's really awesome. But yeah, I think everything is dyeable. I don't see anything that's not dyeing. This does look like the pattern on the dress on the sleeves right here is very overlay coated from a glance, but it could just be a different texture and it's making me think that. Also, I cannot see the shoes under here, nor the anklet piece. So I'm going to actually start with the butt piece, and actually I'll start with this floating piece because it's kind of distracting with the like dust that's coming off of it. It is a floating piece as well, so you will be able to move it around. But your first dye slot is going to be the branches, your second is going to be the ribbons, and your third is going to be the dust. I'm actually going to save that and back out so you can actually see it. And you can move it up and down, which is cool. You can have it come up, she can be in it. Pretty nice. And the ant butt is in the tail category, so you won't be able to move it around, but I mean, maybe one day, you know? So for our first dye slot, it is going to be the metal cage. Our second is the roses that form the other half of the cage. Our third is the scraps of cloth. Our fourth is the ombre on that cloth. So together they look like this, and frankly you can't really see the ombre too much. You'd probably need a darker color. It's easier to see on the longer pieces. And slot 5 are these falling petals. I think it is. They're kind of like stasis. And then the roses budding on the branches. Slot 6 is, what is that? A leaf, a twig with some leaves on it. Slot 7 is the group of branches. And slot 8 is the light and particles that come from within. Pretty cool. It looks a little ominous and I like it. For our handheld, we do get 7 dye slots. The first is going to be the base of the spear. The second is going to be the tip up here. And the cloth, is it all cloth? I think it's all cloth. Nope, there's metalwork. Cloth and metalwork. Our third is the roses. Our fourth is the twined metalwork that goes round. Our fifth is more, actually I think this is supposed to be branches. Our sixth is the crystal on the end and the one stuck in the cage up here. And our seventh is the light particles and falling petals. Our face has 5 dye slots. The first of which is going to be the frame around the face and a few of the beads. The second is kind of like the cage part. Our third is the ombre on that cage part, so ooh, so pretty. Again, it's probably just because I picked red and blue. Nope, I like that too. Oh, goodness. Okay. Slot 4 is the face mask. It does have that fencer's kind of like quality to it if you've ever seen a fencer's mask. And slot 5 is some of the detailing. So for our gloves, we get 4 dye slots, the first of which is going to be the base of them. The second is going to be the metalwork on them. The third is going to be some more of the detailing. And the fourth is going to be the little crystals. So back to our dress, the first dye slot is the sleeves. The second is going to be this inner bodice. The third is going to be your metalwork that makes up your hollow waist. And the inner part of this top, I really am not sure what to call that. It does look really cool. I do really like it. Our fourth is the under layer, or the underside of that top layer. I don't know. Again, I don't know what to call this thing. Our fifth slot is working down into the bottom half with a very noticeable ombre. I hope it fades really nicely. Our sixth is that ombre, so happy they are right next to each other. And here it is. I need to stop picking red and blue. But oh my gosh, is it pretty? Can't help it. Purple. Pink. Ooh, I kind of like that too. Slot 7 is the big ruffle that shoots out your butt. Slot 8 is the tail of that ruffle and then the pieces that wrap around the front. Slot 9 looks to be a casting that goes over that metal waist part. Slot 10 is the metal filigree that goes around the top. Slot 11 is the, oh, I kind of thought it was going to be having a kind of like rolling light effect, but I think I was just imagining it. It's this one, and yes, okay, the one on the back. Slot 12 is the beadwork that hangs down the skirt, at least part of it. Slot 13 is the scraps of fabric that shoot from the sleeves. Slot 14 is your roses. There's even some inside. Gorgeous. Slot 15 is the jewels that speckle around. Slot 16 is the stitching on the back part of the skirt. And slot 17 is your light particles. And for our hair, we do have 2 dye slots. The first being the base. Sorry, I was kind of looking at how this might be done in real life, how to create this layering system. And slot number 2 is the streaks and everything. I do like that it's all in there. It's faded really nicely and there's streaks intertwined. The hairpiece does come with 2 hair postures, one of which is probably tied to, this is probably going to be the one that you're able to move around with any other hair. And this one's going to be specific to the hair, yeah, because it only has 1 slot. You can either have it on or off. And we have 5 dye options for the hairpiece, the first of which is going to be the twining rope and then the ribbon that hangs back. The second is going to be the beads. That kind of reminds me, you know those toys where it's on wooden things and it has the pipes and you move the beads around? It kind of reminds me of that. Slot 3 is going to be your metalwork. Slot 4 is the singular crystal. And slot 5 are the little minor crystals. And for our shoes, we do have 4 dye slots. The first one is going to be the base of the shoe. I really like these. Those are nice. Our second is going to be the top, and that's it. Our third is going to be the edging. And our fourth is going to be the front decorative lining. And the back. And then those little flower pieces, the Thorn decree piece is an anklet. You do only get 2 dye slots with it. You're going to get the branches on the first and then the flower buds on the second. An awesome suit for sure. Definitely one of the ones that I think a lot of people are gonna like. I do think both these ones got a fair amount of detail added into them. Usually when it's a 5-star, you can tell one is more preferred over the other, but I think both of these are good to have. They both come with great accessories that are unique and certainly usable in a lot of different scenarios. And the hand postures for the spear. It looks like she's just moving her right hand around and not the left one, which would have been nice because her other hand, her left hand just is like hang out up there. It would have been nice if it adjusted to the fact that her spear is adjusting. Now, as for our 4-star suit Night Drape, again, I am still a little worried about this one. I do like the chunky boots, so I wish they would have been flat boots instead of heeled boots. Let's see what she looks like dyed all black. Alright, so here she is all black, and I do like it a bit better because you can kind of hide that print. Let's go ahead and go through this one. So with our dress, you do get 7 dye slots, the first of which is going to be your lower skirt. The second is going to be the top jacket. The third is going to be the undershirt, the belts, and the underskirt. Your fourth is going to be all of these little polka dots right here, or like the inner part of the print. I actually do think I can work with that a bit more than what I had originally thought. It doesn't look too bad. Our fifth is the actual part that makes up the cheetah, or is it leopard print? I can never remember the difference between the two. I think it's leopard, actually. I'll have to Google image it. This one I'm not too much a fan of. It kind of looks like spilled Cheerios to me. Our 6th is the metalwork. And our 7th is just this sparkly part on the V for their Vana logo. It's not even centered, right? Like, it should be up a little bit more on the belt. They should have just put it in the tip of the belt down here, down below, just to emphasize the point of the belt. For our boots, we have 3 dye slots. You're going to get the base of the boot, then the laces and the kind of like belts, and the 3rd is going to be your metalwork. And for our hair bows, actually, the 1st dye slot is going to be the lower bow, the 2nd dye slot is the upper bow, the 3rd is half of the print on the lower, and the 4th is the other half of that print. For our earrings, you get 3 dye slots. The 1st is going to be the metalwork and most of the ball. It almost looks like there's an overlay flavor, oh my gosh, overlay color as well. Our 2nd is going to be these top 2 pearly bits right there, not pearls. My language is just not focusing. Our 3rd is going to be that pattern, and again, what was I looking at? Why did it look like there was an overlay? No, because there definitely is an overlay. What is going on? But like, if you dye it a light color, you just can't, it just gets rid of it. But if it's darker, you can see it. And for our rings, oh my gosh, why did it send me all the way out like that? Our 1st dye slot is going to be the metalwork. Our 2nd is going to be the gem right here. It looks like it's going to be exactly like the earring. And our 3rd is going to be those spots. So again, it will be like the earring. If you dye it a light color, you won't be able to see that extra pattern, but if you dye it a darker color, you will see that overlay in there. And for our sock, we do get 3 dye slots, the 1st of which is going to be the sheerness, the 2nd is going to be the pattern, and the 3rd is going to be the lace topper. So with that pattern, it is a overlay pattern for both of them instead of this giving us 4 dye slots to be able to choose the entire, like customize it completely. They just made it an overlay. I don't know how to feel about that. Overall, it's not as bad as I had thought, but the boots are similar to ones we already have. I like the sock, though I don't like how it dyes. The dress, I do think I can actually work with it. The earrings, I'll probably never use, and the bows, let me see how big they get. Cute. Okay, I might be able to use this as like a back bow if I've got like kind of like a half up or something. That way it would stick out from behind the head, kind of like that. I might use it like that. We'll have to see. But overall, it's not bad. It's just not one of the better 4-star suits we've gotten. Not for me, at least. I know that I will not be able to use these pieces too much, or at least I won't use them over other pieces that we already have. And moving into our loose 6-star shoes, Tread of Snow, our Japanese shoes. They have 4 dye slots and these are gorgeous. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I really wish they would optimize how PC people view the feet area, because this is so difficult. So they are not fully dyeable. The decal on the top does have I think they're hollow almost. And then you do have these decals on the side of the shoe that do not dye because they have that casting to them. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, my pets are waking up. So our 1st dye slot is going to be actually a few pieces all around. Some of the detailing on the top, the ropes, the shoe, the base, a lot. Your 2nd dye slot is going to be a lot of stuff too. You've got these sides, more of the rope up top. Oops, I did not mean to zoom out. Your 3rd is going to be more of the jewels on the top of the shoe, some of the detailing on the sandal part, and some of the metalwork. And then your 4th is going to be the detailing in the appliques. So basically every dye slot is tied to every part. There is no like singular, like this is going to be the base of the shoe, this is going to be the decal. All of it's tied together. Still a good shoe, though it may be a touch harder for me to work with because of that. Here it is with it, decom dress. Actually, I think these go together really nicely. And here's another decom Japanese dress, I believe. I can't remember where this one's from. This was a 5-star suit, and here's the one that comes in. Is it the Starlight one? And then we also have this one. I do really like it with this one because I think they're meant to go together. The flowers match. Overall, a really cute shoe, and I am happy to have it. I just kind of wish it wasn't a 6-star shoe because that makes it so much more expensive to unlock and everything. And here are our earrings, wheel glamour. Not too excited about these. They are fully dyeable, and your first dye slot is going to be the metalwork. Your second are these 2 crystals. And your third are the upper and lower crystal. Kind of a weird combination, but yeah, I don't see myself using these too much. And here is that handheld. I think it's a purse. Yeah, I kind of thought this was a screen. The black part was a screen right here, and this was like a little robot face. So I kind of thought it would be a Walkman, but yeah, this is definitely just a bag. Oh, and good news, the black is unlocked for free, and so is one of the gold colors. So unless you want the super white or the red, at least in my case, I don't feel the need to have to unlock this one for the veins, so that's excellent. But our first dye slot is going to be the leather. Our second is going to be the backing right here. Our third is going to be these 2 stripes. Our fourth is going to be the single stripe. And our fifth is going to be the metalwork. No cool hand postures for this one. And for our loose 5-star items, we have this little bubble star hair accessory. It has 2 dye slots, the first of which is the base, and the second of which is the little metal part in the middle, so it is fully dyeable. It kind of looks like something I would make out of air dry clay though. And here is our little butterfly facial accessory. She's super cute. So our first dye slot is going to be the base of the wings. Our second is the ombre, so together they look at this and it's so pretty, oh my gosh. Our third is going to be the lining on the butterflies. And our fourth is the little crystals and the pearls. An adorable piece, and really good because if you are not a high spender, and let me see, where is it? We do have another butterfly piece, but it is locked in the rebate center. Where is she? There she is. And it's these little butterflies, and they do only have 2 dye slots, and that is a 6-star piece. So I really like that we've got this one now, and it's a 5-star, doesn't cost as much, and it has more dye slots. So definitely more versatile than the other one. And here is our dim shackle bracelet. It only has 2 dye slots, pretty obvious. You're going to get the leather on the first one, and the second one is going to be your metalwork, so it is definitely fully dyeable. Alright, and so I was completely wrong. What I thought were anklets, these loose 5-star pieces right here, these are actually socks. So that's nice. They do have 3 dye slots, and they are fully dyeable. Your first dye slot is going to be a majority of the metalwork. Your second is going to be the crystals and a bit more of the metalwork. And your third is going to be the rest of the crystals and then the tiny little clover looking pieces. Pleasantly surprised there in the sock category. That means we can pair it with an anklet because they've been giving us a lot of really good ones lately. Like, where are they? Like these big hanging ones. I really like that. And that is not the only sock that we got. We do have this one that will be available in the next few light chases. It has 3 dye slots, and it is fully dyeable. Your first dye slot is going to be the left side sock. Your second is going to be bows on the right. And your third is the base of the right sock. I can definitely see this being super cute in like a little circus theme or a super dolly look. I don't know, these are adorable socks and I'm so happy to have them. And for our decom hair, it does have 2 dye slots like we said. So it's going to be the base of the hair right there, and then the second one is going to be the little ombre that's on it. Very, very cute. I love that little floating heart up there. That's so adorable. And our 4-star dress actually has way more dye slots than I thought. They were being super sneaky with it. So your first dye slot is going to be the base of the dress, and she is fully dyeable. I forgot to say that. Your second is going to be kind of like the under color of the dress, and then the little sash that goes around your waist. The third is the beadwork that goes around. The fourth is the detailing in this giant clover. The fifth is more of the pearls. And the sixth is more of the detailing on this kind of like waist piece. A cute dress. And this is the one that it reminded me of. I do feel like they have a touch similar, or at least if you wanted to do a doll weefy, like do a weefy or something, these two dresses would pair really nicely and you could still make it look like they are meant to go together. And here is our contacts Cloying trap. They are really cute and they are animated. The little spider does drop down through the eye, which I think is super cute. It's such a nice touch. And here are our Eye Slits City contacts. They are not as dark as I was hoping they would be. I do like the red pupil and then the red that vines around the outside of the iris, but I wish that the lower part of the iris was a bit darker to make it a match for the upper part of the iris. And here are our eyebrows, Rocky Bloom. These are super cool, super unique. I don't know, I really hope they start giving us or continue to give us these really unique eyebrows and they get more crazy with it, because not everything needs to be flowers and rainbows, you know? Sometimes I want to be super spooky. And good news, they do look really nice on the darker tones, so you don't need to worry about it having any weird blurring or lighting underneath the brows if you were worried about that at all. This girl does have eyebrows that are like super angled up, so you can also see how they would look with the eyebrows angled. If you've got eyebrows that you've shaped your doll's face around that make a lot of the eyebrows just kind of look weird, it will stretch them out, but it does look like the two centerpieces, the two dots that are above the brows, are not affected, and it's just the smaller brow, and thankfully there's no extra end to these eyebrows, so you won't be able to see if that part of the eyebrow is weird, because I know I have that problem. Like, most of the eyebrow looks fine until you look at the end of the eyebrow and you're like, wow, something about that's not right. You won't have that problem with these ones. And here is our Zuko facial paint. It is most definitely a burn, as the name suggests, flame burn. You can actually see the highlight where it would be like your skin is puckered and glossy from a fresh burn. I really do like that detailing. And here it is on a darker tone. I can't say for the accuracy of a fresh burn on a darker tone, like color-wise. I don't know if it would be this color. And I did try to Google it, and I got like super squeamish at looking at some of the burn scars, so I don't recommend doing that. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna look back again on Google and kind of get over it and see if this is like an accurate color depiction for darker skins. Okay, I can't. I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, I don't know. It looks fine. I don't see any like super weird blurring. I mean, it is a little blurry because it's faded out around the edges on her. And it doesn't really look like a burn on her either. It looks like smudged makeup. I mean, she also has a very funny shaped face. Let me put it on Miss Alien Lady. Yeah, hold on. I did show it on all the skin tones so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's not bad. I don't know, maybe I'm just used to this seeing stuff on the skin tone that it looks more realistic, but on the paler one it kind of loses the detail and doesn't look like a fresh burn. It looks a little too desaturated for that. And then on the darker doll it looked too pale and not saturated enough. It's difficult. I mean, I understand that it's hard to make a match for a fresh burn on all of the skin tones that they have to offer, but one of these is going to be fine, you know? It'll be useful and we will understand that it is meant to be a Zuko burn. And as for our intimacy blush, Oh, of course they had to give it a yellow option. It's like they knew. Let's see if we can tone it down a bit. Awesome, so you can tone the blush down part and the stickers do stay. And here it is with the yellow base. I actually do like it. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Because, I mean, the hearts are cute. I would just wish that this blue part around these other little hearts weren't here. It was just the white stickers. I think that would be a lot cuter. And here it is on the darkest tone in the game. Quite bright. But again, the stickers do stay, so it's not awful, but the blush is just very, very pigmented. But I can't say that I hate it. And on the paler doll, everything nearly disappears. Until you... oh, sorry. My doll... all my pale dolls have super weird faces. But at least you can tell if you do have one of the faces where the blushes get kind of weird, that this one will get weird as well. And for our melting kiss, it is actually flames on the lip, which is super cool. You do have 4 dye slots. You get this kind of like burnt red, this burnt orange, a dark gray, and a purple. Ooh, I like it with the black. That's nice. And then of course you have your overlay options. So here's our first dye slot all the way up. And all the way down. Our second dye slot down. And all the way up. Our third dye slot up. And all the way down. Our fourth dye slot down. And all the way up. Again, a really nice lipstick, and I'm happy that it looks good on the darker dolls. Though I do wish that with the blushes, how the stickers do not dissipate whenever you do the dye opacity. I wish the flame stickers on the lipstick did not also fade with the opacity. And I did forget to mention that if you do purchase anything in this round, you do get this Memory Revival hat. So let me go ahead and show you that as well. So she is really big, and definitely with the size of scaling, you can make her huge. She does have 4 dye slots, the first of which is going to be the base of the hat. The second is going to be the sheer part. The third is going to be your flower. And the fourth is going to be your pearls and the flowers, and then the glitter on the sheer part. It is not a bad hat. I do like it. I like how big it is. And like I said, you can make it huge. I mean, for whatever reason that you would want to do it. But you can also scale it, move it around, rotate it, you know, all that jazz. It's not bad. It's just one of the other big hats, you know? I do hope you found this helpful and useful in deciding if you would like to pull on this one or save your diamonds for the next light chase. It will be a 6-star, no idea what it's going to be or have even any guesstimations. I do know that the next rerun light chase is going to be, I believe, the Dragon Abyss one. So it is going to be this one, and the dress was updated a while back to have the option to either have the big cage on it or not. A lot of people didn't like this dress because it came with that big cage, and they listened to the people and updated it so you can have it without that cage. So yeah, this one's going to be rerunning, so if you're interested in that over the spider and ant set, you might want to hold off, especially since this dragon is a mount as well, and they did just update the licensing so you can have it as a duo, so you can ride the dragon around with your friend, which is kind of super cool. But yeah, it's up to you, you know? So with that, that is actually all I have to touch on. And again, I hope you found this useful and helpful, and as always, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye!